Right, guys, recently I watched a YouTube video about a guy. Now, this YouTuber had over a million subscribers. So I'm assuming he had a very high IQ, but he was answering a message from a person with an IQ of 80. Of course, an IQ of 80 is quite low. And this person, in his message, he said that I have an IQ of 80. I struggle to do basic tasks, such as work the cash register at work. So I'm assuming he works in, retail or possibly, in a restaurant or a cafe or something like that. You know, low paid, unskilled work, menial jobs. And he said he struggles with basic tasks. His parents still put him under pressure to become successful, become like a doctor or a lawyer or a computer software engineer. And that's wrong. I'm going to tell you why it's wrong. This person, he asked this YouTuber, how can I have a productive, well-meaning life? And this person said, you can still have a very productive and meaningful life with an IQ of 80. I don't really think that's the case. Now, an IQ of 80 is not disastrously low. You're still intelligent enough to work, but you're only intelligent enough to do basic jobs. Like this guy, I think he worked in retail or possibly a restaurant, you know what I mean? So, he's intelligent enough to do that, but he's not intelligent enough to do anything better than that, okay? And people just have the wrong idea when it comes to IQ. They think, oh, it's all about hard work. If you have a really low IQ, you can still become successful. You just have to work harder than everybody else. And it just doesn't work like that. And it can be quite difficult to explain this to people. But I'm going to use an analogy which I think will make sense. Okay? Now, have you people ever watched the sport of distance running? I used to be a distance runner. Okay? And to be a good distance runner, you need to be lean. Okay? If you're obese, you're not a fast distance runner. So think of it this way: the high IQ people are like the lean individuals. The obese people are like the low IQ individuals. You know what I mean? If you're obese, you cannot run a 2:10 marathon. Okay? Turn on the Olympics, World Championships, European Championships. Watch the long distance events. Where at be 5,000 meters, 10,000 meters marathon, and just tell me how many obese people do you see competing at the highest level? Zero. It's zero. Okay. Um, you know, how many? It's the same in the working world. Like how many people are at the top? How many people are CEOs of massive companies who have low IQs? Zero. Zero. Okay. Now, if someone's obese, it's not fair to expect them to run fast times because they're not able to do it. You gotta lose the weight first to get lean. You know what I mean? Get lean, thin, and then you can start doing training and running some decent times. Okay, you know what I mean? Like there could be somebody who is able to run a 14-minute 5K. For example, let's say they sign up for a race and it's not really that serious a race. It's like a fancy dress type of race that's not really taken too serious, and they go in. They're not that motivated, and they end up they don't work that hard. They're not they're a bit lazy on the day. They run 16 minutes, okay, because they're a bit lazy. All right, they didn't work that hard. You know, they're by running a 16-minute 5K, they're still going to be way ahead of an obese person who gave it everything, who worked extremely hard, who was not lazy. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with IQ. A very high IQ individual who's a little bit lazy, doesn't really go above and beyond, just does the bare minimum. They're going to be far better off in the workplace than a person with an IQ of 80 who is extremely hardworking. That's how it is. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'd like to see if you guys understand what I'm saying. Um, Personally, I think when it comes to IQ, I think the most important thing is your health. All right, like for me, restricting the amount of fluids I drink has improved my IQ because there's far too much fluids, like a dangerous amount of fluids in my stomach. My digestion was extremely poor. Of course, now restricting my fluid intake for almost a year now, my digestion is a lot better. I'm a lot healthier, and as a result, my IQ is a lot higher. If you know what I mean. And yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. I just want people to get an understanding of how important IQ actually is. You know what I mean? Is there anything else I can say here? No, I think I've said everything.